Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Wizard101 Reborn, where we recreate Wizard101 themed amusement park. When I tell you guys, I've been working so much on this park because I love it so much. I can't wait to see how it'll turn out in the end. But I am putting a lot of time and effort into this game. At the end of this episode, we're still gonna be working on the entrance because I've added so much detail that you'll see in this episode. Right off the bat, I started building the second the Commons building that's in Wizard 101, right beside the first one that we did in episode 1. This one got a lot more love from everybody. I don't know why. I feel like I added a lot more detail on this one than I did on the first one, but I really love it. I love it so much. We're putting on the roofs right now. I think I go back and forth with them. One thing that I gotta learn and get into habit of is choosing the color of whatever I'm placing down beforehand. Just because I'm always going back and forth with everything when it comes to coloring. Just like you saw, like I placed all the roofs first and I went back and colored them blue. And it's like I gotta get into that habit. But yeah, like I'm super excited to see where episode 3 will take us. I've got a lot of planned and I'm just excited. I love this game so much. I love both games so much, and it's very relaxing and chill. It's a nice vibe when you're just sitting down and decorating and like building everything, so it's really cool. One thing I did notice that while I was building this building specifically, or I think it's the next one, while I was going back and forth on Wizard 101 and the game, I realized that all the buildings in the Commons are the same, just copied and pasted. So I personally thought that I was gonna have all different kinds of variety of different kinds of houses or castles or buildings that I could recreate that are in the Commons. But as I was walking around looking through, they're all basically the same 4 buildings, just copied and pasted. But I think they just have different colored roofs. The only 2 buildings that are different in the Commons is the headmaster's tower, the office where you go and see Ambrose, and the library. Those are the only 2 different like styled buildings are in the Commons. So I'm kind of curious to see what other streets are looking like. We'll get there when we get there. First, let's focus on getting this entrance done, which will probably happen in episode 3. We'll see. Because it is the same buildings, I'm probably just going to copy these ones and just change the roofs to different colors. And that will give us like a good variety. But obviously, I'll also move them around so they're not in the same order. Here we place the sheaf beef. That's what it's called. It's a food store, shop, whatever. I added this roof over here with the stones. I'm not sure how I like it. I think I'm going to change it to whatever I used on the 3rd building. You'll see what it is. But that's going to happen in episode 3 though. The stone and metal things don't really make sense with this building. It's not actually what is shown in the picture at the top left corner. So it's just something that I experimented with and I just kept it there. But I really love the smoke though. The smoke looks so good and so nice. It's awesome. One thing with the windows that I do wish we had more circular ones. So I was forced to just use these small like square rectangle ones for the windows up top. Yeah, and then here I wanted to make those like the arch and the circular and rectangular kind of windows. I think I ended up doing something else with it. I forgot, but we'll find out soon. As we speak, Wizard 101 did something really new this past couple days. They released a new bundle. I'm not really sure what it's called. I forgot. It has a flower kind of theme to it. But the reason why it's so cool is that this is their first time releasing a bundle on their website, like directly to their website. usually a bundle is sold through GameStop or the GameStop website, but I think that it's so much better for them to release it on their own like website, just because it's available for everybody, even people outside of the United States, just like me. For those of you who don't know, I'm a proud Canadian. So I've always had to wait until new bundles are released on the website for me to buy them. But for this one, they just released it straight to the Wizard101 website. It's called the Country Cottage Bundle. It's $39 and it looks so cool. I think there's like a mount, a dandelion mount. It looks so cool. I want to get it so bad. It's so cute. It comes with a friendly frog pet as well, and wish upon wand, and a cottage spore outfit. I really want to get it, so hopefully one day. Of course, also with 5,000 crowns and additional castle elixir. I really want to get it. Oh, and you can't forget the home as well. It comes with a castle, the country cottage home. That's why it's $39. Most $39 bundles are come with a castle, so that's really cool. One thing that I'm like interested about or like curious is that there's no option for a membership, because most bundles, when you buy them, you get to choose if you want a 1-month membership or 5,000 crowns. I think that's like a little downside of like it being sold on the Wizard101 website, is that you can't choose whether you want 5,000 crowns or a 1-month membership, so they just give you 5,000 crowns. I mean, hey, it's still 5,000 crowns, that's great, but I get it. Some people probably want it just for the membership. So here we are. We added a lot more details on the building. Right now I'm adding the lanterns inside. That was a terrible option, the one I chose first. And I love how I lined it up to make sure that it's like hung on the little like wall thingy. And I wanted to add more light, so I added that big spotlight and just dragged it through the ground. But it works great, so it's awesome. This is, after I finish this door, it would be my first time looking at everything in the night mode. The lighting is so cool at night. That's the screenshot I posted on Twitter. And it just looks amazing. But we just have to add this arch first, and then we'll add the door after that. But yeah, I'm super excited. Again, I've been playing Wizard101 for like since 2011 and nonstop, and I can't wait to see what they have planned for the summer updates. Maybe. Oh, I don't know if you guys heard that, but my Discord just went off. You probably didn't hear it, but yeah, we added some leaves, some foliage, whatever it's called, floral, whatever, all around. So it's great, and added like a bit of like level terrain, mountain kind of thing all around. Here, yeah, this is the first time me checking it out at night, and I realized that like the new windows that I use that I'm placing right here, they glow in the dark. So I went over the old building and just like added those windows on top of these windows, just because I wanted the outline, the frame of the windows that I already had placed, but the light of these ones. So I went all around the building and added them, and they look amazing. One thing that we still have to do is choose a name for the park. I have no idea what to name it yet. I've been getting a couple good suggestions, but I might make a Twitter poll and see whatever the most voted name is. So I'm really excited. I have a couple ideas, and I have a few friends that gave me a couple ideas, so I'll probably merge those. You see like how amazing this building looks now? Oh, sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, like I don't know about which name to do, so we're gonna do a poll. Check out my Twitter for that. And yeah, I don't know, I was thinking maybe like spellbound thrills, something like that. I don't know. One thing I really liked after using those spotlights is putting them in the fountain to give it some more oomph, and it worked out well. Now here you're probably wondering, Daniel, what are you doing? You're just going in circles with this wooden block. Well, you'll see. I've seen a few Planet Coaster players do this, like YouTubers, and it works out really well where you put like 2 blocks like that, and then just like with the advanced move option, you just go around in a circle and make this like arch, and it turns out so well. So I wanted to line it up and put it where people are gonna walk underneath Bartleby. Just because like I don't want them to be walking through just like the terrain, so this will add like a little like indoor kind of vibe with the wood. And what we end up doing in this like walkway right here, this path, is insane. I wanted it to feel like we are going through a spiral door and traveling to a whole new like world. So what I did is I extended all this all the way down the path, and we added a few lights. Now, the lights end up looking like we're in a disco bar or club or something like that. But I added 7 different lights, and every light is a school color. So we start off with storm, then fire, then ice, then balance, and then death, myth, and life. So the colors would be purple for storm, red for fire, blue for ice, and then brown for balance. And then I did gray for death, just because if I do black, it won't really work the best with the lighting. So, and then I did yellow for myth, and then green for life. So it ends up looking like a club because because I have them all on every few seconds or a millisecond, or like I think it's 0.5 for the storm one. I think it's 0.5 seconds for every second, if that makes sense. So it's on for 0.5 seconds and it's off for 0.5 seconds, and then I add a 0.5 to every light. One thing that like kind of bothered me is this part right here, where I was trying to cover the wooden part with the terrain, but it wouldn't budge for some reason. Instead, I ended up using that like a leafy arch kind of thing instead of a door. I know Bartleby doesn't really have it, like this thing right here. I know in the game Bartleby doesn't really have it, but it kind of works with this, so I don't mind it. Let me know what you guys think. I could get rid of it, or I could keep it. Yeah, but like this part right here in the terrain, it just wouldn't budge. Like I wanted to make it so it'll cover everything, but it just didn't work. I don't know why. But yeah, overall it still looks good. I really like how it's turning out, so I don't mind it. Yeah, like I've been like working on this for a while. Like it just wouldn't work. But yeah, here we go with the lights. So I had to go through night mode and just like work around this. I don't know if I should like keep the loop, or like just keep it still where the light is always on, or if I should do the loop where it's on and off. Also, if like the light is too much for you, feel free to skip ahead, just because if it does go back and forth, on and off, on and off. But yeah, here purple, red, and then this is the blue one. And then this is the brown one for balance, which is my main school, by the way. I've been playing balance ever since I started Wizard101. Yeah, so gotta love balance for life. We got the death, myth, and this is life right here for green. And then I lined everything up, and then I moved everything down, and then you'll see how it looks like a disco. Like it I find it really cool, to be honest. But this is not just it. So we do also add like some kind of mist to give it the feel like you're teleporting somewhere else. So here we go. We bring it down, and that's how it looks. I wanted like some clear, like some smoke, but like if I do smoke, it's just too much, like this one right here. So instead I just used like mist like this, and I put it throughout the whole thing, and it just looks so cool. Like it looks like foggy, and awesome. So like while guests are going through, they're gonna feel like they're teleporting to a whole new world, and that's what I want. I can't wait to start working on the backside of Bartleby and start beginning the actual part of the park. Just because like it's gonna be so cool to start working on that and get people like to build rides and like build roller coasters as well. This is what I wanted to do last episode, is add some lampposts, so I got to that right now. There we go. And then I also do add them to the parking lot as well. And then add some benches as well, because you know, people get tired, guests get tired, so they need to sit down, and we can't have our park be filthy, so I added some garbage cans as well. Oh yes, I added like a mountain kind of look to the side of the parking lot, just because like I don't want guests to see what's going on inside the park yet. You know what I mean? It's too flat. Like we don't want that. We want some levels. So with this mountain, I ended up using the scenery brush tool that's new with Planet Coaster 2, and it works out so well. Like it's so nice. Like here, like look how fast I added those trees. It's so cool. One thing that I do want to like hope they fix, or like that a person, if you're using this, you'd have to go around and check, is that some pieces are floating. So like these ones that are moving right here, they're fully floating in the air. So you do have to go around and check everything before you move on, which I don't mind. Like not many of them like were floating, but like just in case, you never know. But yeah, I mean, like tell me this doesn't look great. And then I think I add a few more. Oh, yes, the cars. So, with Planet Coaster 2, there is a workshop where if you create something, you could upload it and other players can download your work. So, I went to the workshop and downloaded some blueprints of cars. So, that's what I did. I'll have their names up here for the creators to give them a shout out. Thank you guys so much for uploading these and letting us use them. They look so cool. Oh, I had to download the Jeep and the G-Wagons just because like that's my favorite type of car. That's my dream car, to be honest. Like I just want a Jeep one day in my life. A white one with red seats would look amazing. But one day. Right now I just drive a GMC. I mean, they're still good, but like I want a Jeep. One day. It'll happen. We added an ambulance and a fire truck. Because they look so cool, because you gotta have firefighters and paramedics on scene just in case, because you never know what will happen, right? I think in this park also, I ended up opening the park slightly just to see like what guests do and like if they go inside or not, stuff like that. And one thing that I liked is that they also walk on the parking lot as well. I like that so much, just because like it gives it more like life and real. It makes it so more real. And then this workshop also blueprint also had FedEx and UPS the blueprints, so I had to download those and just like add them along with this is a different creator I think for these police cars, so I had to add security as well. One thing about the game right now, they don't have security guards, but I think with the next update, they're adding them. So that's really cool. I'm so excited for that. And here are the lampposts that we're adding on the parking lot, just because like it needs some light. But yeah, like I can't wait for the security guards. They're so funny when they're in game because they just chase after guests who have been stealing. And we can't have that in the park, right? We can't have people steal. But yeah. This is what we got so far. Can't wait. Like it looks so great. Like even the lights and everything, it's awesome. And then here, obviously we gotta add some queue lines for the entrance, because we need some organization in this, right? So we added 3 different queue lines. I want it to be unique of like what the signs say when you'll see in a couple minutes. But right now we're just doing the post and like the roof for this. It's very simple, nothing really crazy. This is not really Wizard101 themed for this post right here that I'm building for the queue lines, but it's really nice. It came out really good. It's nice and simple, nothing crazy. But just wait for the signs, because like I love the signs so much, and what I do at outside the queue. it's gonna be a lot more organized. And I even like opened the park. You'll see in a bit where to see if the guests actually like go through the queue, or like if they're going through the fence. And then it started pouring rain, but it's okay. That didn't stop us from building, right? We added some lights because you can't be dark. You can't have people like fall on top of each other and trip. Also, the weather thing is kind of new with Planet Coaster 2. That wasn't a thing in Planet Coaster 1. And guests can also get sunburns if it gets too hot. So it's good to have guest services shops and sell sunscreen. But I think I turned off that mode where people get sunburned. So we don't really have to worry about that. But here is the sign. The first lane is guests with bags only, because bag checks are important. We can't have people going through anything and bringing anything terrible that could cause drama or like something terrible, you know what I mean? So security always is a must. Line number 2 is for, hang on, is it gonna show? I'm fixing it. It's members only. So only if you're paying only if you're paying the $9.99 1 month membership, or the $59.99, I think it is, I don't know, $39.99 6 month membership. I'm not too sure. Or the 12 month members. So if you're a member for Wizard101, you could use that line, so it'll make you enter faster. Don't worry about bag check. Like, you're a member, you're trusted. And then the third one is Crowns members only. We know how Wizard101 is with Crowns, so if you play with Crowns only, which is insane to me. Like, I mean, like, it's good, but also like, wow. Like, I can't imagine like buying every single zone in Wizard101 through Crowns. But you know, it's a Crowns. Yeah, here's when I test it out to see if guests can come in. They can, but then I closed it right away, and then they left. And then I ended up recording the the intro for Wizard101 as soon as you press play on the launcher, and then I added it to the files and added it to the screens right here. So you'll see what I'm talking about in a bit. Just because it's sped up, it might take a while. It might be hard to see. Yeah, like right there, you see like the Wizard101 intro playing. So that's really cool. I'm glad I did that. It adds a lot to it, and maybe I could use that feature multiple times in like different videos and stuff like that. So then we started working on this building right here. This was a really interesting one just because it's one of a taller one, and it's unique. It's nice and cool. If I had to choose my favorite building out of the 3 ones that we built so far, it has to be the middle one, I think. But this one's awesome too. Like, it's really cool. We do end up making that like part on the side a bit taller after, and yeah, and you see what I mean by the colors. Like, I placed everything down and then I decided to change everything, so then I had to delete and then redo again. I have to get into the habit of just coloring first and then placing them down. But yeah. And then I found this piece right here, which matches so well if you do the colors right, and you just extend it, like copy and paste it over and over until it goes all around. It adds that little like detail that the other buildings are kind of missing. And these wood like corners, I forgot what they're called, but they add a lot. Like, the more details you add to your buildings, the better. And I like it so much. I'm so excited for the summer just because like I love like amusement parks and stuff like that. I love roller coasters. I love rides. I love heights. I know a lot of people can't say the same. Like, a lot of people have a fear of heights, but I personally love it so much. I used to have a fear of heights, but then I realized that like while I was lining up for a big roller coaster, And while I was lining up, I realized that there was kids there that are younger than me and shorter than me, and they're not scared at all. I'm like, okay, but like, how are you not scared, but I am? So I'm not gonna let that happen. So I ended up being tough, and then went on lots of roller coasters, and then I just ended up not getting over my fear of heights. So that's how I did it. But everybody's different, obviously. But as I was saying, the park that's beside me, like literally 15 minutes away from me in real life, they're building a new roller coaster, and it has 9 different versions. It's a launch coaster, so that's really cool. I can't wait to ride it. It looks so cool. They're literally like 90% done building it, and the park literally opened today as I'm recording this right now for the 2025 season. So that's really cool. I do work there sometimes here and there throughout the season. So I'm really excited. That's why like I have a little love for amusement parks, and I'm a bit of an enthusiast, you could say. It's just so fun. It's such a great time. But one park that I do really want to go to like so bad is Universal and Disney World, I think it is, in Orlando. I've never been there. I really want to, and if I ever go, I'm gonna spend money. I think they have a fast pass, right? Like a pass where you could like buy and then you get to skip the lines. I'm sure they do. I would buy that just because like it'll be my first time, and I don't want to waste my day of just lining up. So I would probably like spend the money to ride all the rides. But I'm really excited. I've always wanted to go to Disney as well as a child. It's always been on my bucket list, and you're never too old for Disney. So that will happen one day. It was supposed to happen this year with my friends. Like we were planning a trip to Orlando, but plans has changed. But we'll see. Maybe one day. Maybe still this year. Who knows? But I'm excited either way. It'll happen one time. So yeah, so here's the building. It's coming out nicely. One thing I also noticed is that the building that's right beside this in game, it's exact same copy. Like everything's exactly the same, except whatever you see that's pink is blue. So in the next episode, what we're going to be doing is just copying this building and changing the colors. That's all we're doing for the building that's right beside it. And then after we're done those 4, we're going to copy all these buildings and then put the same thing on the other side, but different shops, obviously. Like I'll change the shops up. Yeah. And then after that, we'll add some more leaves all around them. And then hopefully by next episode, I'll have a name for the park. And I'll tell you guys that in the next episode. And I can't wait to see what I end up choosing. And then we're going to add the sign onto our like rock arch kind of thing. So we'll see that. And then, yeah. And then we'll start working on the actual park itself. Like this has just been the entrance. And let me know if like these videos are too long or too short. Like I could definitely extend them if you want. I'm keeping them at 30 minutes just because like I'm capping myself at an hour and a half per recording session. So every 10 minutes that you see is an hour and a half pretty much of work. So 30 minutes, that's 4 hours and a half of work that I did in this episode alone. Again, this game does take a lot of patience. It does need a lot of patience. So yeah, like we get a lot done within the hour and a half, but yeah, what I could do is record longer and just fast forward the video much faster than 10 minutes. And hopefully like we'll do a lot more within 30 minutes. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, this is what I was saying about the roof. This is the block piece that I chose, and these wooden, like, I think these are the metal things, but I just changed the color to make it look like wood. So I might do this on the second building as well. I'll probably just copy it and then just paste it on where the other one is, and just change the color to the color of the second building's roof, and that would look great. And here we're adding up the smoke as well. I'm not sure why the second building's smoke is white, but this one's black. So I tried to copy and paste it, but it still came out the same. I don't know why, but either way, I just kept it the way it is. It still looks great. I'm not worried about it. It brings it to life. but I do like struggle around with it just to make sure it works. But yeah, here's a couple of few shots, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in episode 3. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.